Hey guys, first regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about the brand new November community update that came out like 40 minutes ago. Now, apologies, I did just wake up, so I sound pretty groggy, but we're gonna get through this because we have brand new reveals for the upcoming Techmarine class, and I think a lot of people are excited for that. I definitely am. So let's talk about this new update here. So it says, "Greetings, Space Marines. The end of the year is near, so let us spoil you some patch 12 spoilers, and then let's rewind what has happened lately on Space Marine 2. A little teaser never killed nobody. We're heading towards the end of the year, which means we're getting closer to the addition of the Techmarine. It's time for us to start sharing a bit of what we've been cooking for this new class. First, the Techmarine comes with this iconic new weapon, the Omnissiah axe, and as every new melee weapon, this halberd style weapon comes with its own set of unique animations, finishers, and progression. Now, we do know from a data mine that this class will have access to a primary on top of the Omnissiah axe and a secondary, and he should also have the normal power axe. We'll see if they actually add that in the game, but for now it seems to be his official loadout. He also has things like a bolt rifle, so if you like that gun, you're probably going to enjoy this class quite a bit. Next, it says here, the Techmarine has a servo gun ability. Activating it will enable the gun to automatically engage enemies. In addition to that, the Techmarine has a passive ability to restore tarantula sentry guns that can spawn on existing PvE levels. Now, we already knew about the servo gun. You can actually spec this servo gun based on data mines to have like a plasma setting or a sniper setting. That sounds pretty amazing. I think like having a proper ability you can build into like that with like completely different playstyles is really cool. And these tarantula sentry guns, the fact that he is able to reactivate these on existing PvE levels, that's a cool like new little mechanic for him. Now, for a while, people thought the sentry guns were going to be like particular to like his own little placements that he could do manually. That doesn't seem to be the case, but these do have their own ammo if the data mines are correct. So you do have to like actually reload them and stuff like that. But they must be pretty strong. And that does kind of make sense because if you like place them anywhere and they were like really weak, that would kind of be pretty shit. I do know that these should probably have their own HP pool because they did talk about some perks that would buff up the HP of the sentry guns, and it doesn't really make sense if they don't get attacked, so just keep that in mind, but pretty cool option here. It says, lastly, you might wonder which Trader Legion the Chaos Techmarine will be associated with in PvP. We cannot spoil too much right now, but we'll make sure to give you more details in the upcoming weeks. So I kind of expect this will be another Iron Warriors maybe. They did say previously that there will be no Emperor's Children, no Thousand Sons, and I believe it was no World Eaters, not World Eaters. I forgot the last one was, but they said there was going to be no Thousand Sons or Emperor's Children in the PvP. So we'll see what they actually choose for a Chaos Techmarine. Maybe we'll get like another Iron Warrior or something like that. Maybe we could even be like Black Legion. Either way, I assume his Chaos outfit would be pretty cool. I'm actually shocked he's coming to PvP. A lot of people thought he was only going to be PvE, but the fact they're still giving him in the PvP is pretty cool considering how neglected the PvP actually is in this game. But either way, we'll see what his Chaos Marine's going to be. Now, finally, it says we are also planning a PTS session for patch 12, so you'll be able to test the Techmarine in advance and give us feedback on it. We'll give you more information regarding this PTS session later, so stay tuned. Now, previously, they did mention that the Techmarine is going to be coming out in the Q1 of next year, so I would assume a PTS will come out like late January or like late February at the latest. And after the Techmarine, there will be an Iron Hands cosmetic pack. I think the reason for that is that we can see here, these are the new images for the Techmarine. First of all, you have like your own little servo gun, you have a little servo arm here. I imagine an Iron Hands chapter pack will give you some additional options to like look even cooler for like an Iron Hands cosplay of these guys. And it might get some like options for servo arms and stuff like that in particular. That'd be pretty cool if they gave them like a particular item here, because with the Blood Angels champion, they did give the Blood Angels like his own little jump pack here for Sanguinary Guard. If they start adding more things, they're like class specific to these cosmetic packs, that would be pretty neat. And the fact that they're saving the Iron Hands chapter pack for after this guy is out, I think they're probably gonna give him something. At least that's my expectation. Now, I did also make a video on the Iron Hands chapter pack DLC leak they had. I'll put that up in like the little right corner here, but either way, this guy looks pretty damn cool. He looks a lot like the miniature that came out a while back from Joy Toy for this guy. You know, it's pretty much a standard issue Ultramarine Techmarine. It's kind of what we expected. Now, we do know this guy's name is Tellurian. We'll see what they do for like voice lines and stuff like that in him, or have him in existing missions. But either way, I think a new class will be like the most important part of any update for Space Marine 2, because new classes bring back the most players. I think they really changed up the overall gameplay of the entire game more than like pretty much anything else besides some major new weapon changes or huge balance waves they do and stuff like that. And the biggest thing about a new class is that it really changes team dynamics. That's kind of the whole point. You play a horde shooter, so really cool thing here. I really can't wait to see some actual gameplay for this guy. Now, as we go down here, it says ongoing community event. This time, enjoy a currency reward, successfully finishing Reclamation to receive 200 accolades to spend the Refinement and Redemption shop. This mission runs until December 2nd. You will receive your reward on that date. November community event. Accolades reward, 100 accolades rewarded for completing Reclamation 3 times, and 100 accolades rewarded for collectively completing Reclamation 100,000 times. So I do believe you get this one immediately here once you complete it 3 times, and then the extra 100 will come on that December 2nd date in like 5 days. So pretty cool there, or it's like 4 or 5 days. Yeah, 5 days. So pretty cool you actually get all these extra accolades, because accolades grinding does kind of suck for a lot of people. Now, it says pros is not required for this event, so just keep that in mind. You do not have to have your pros set up, but you probably should, because, you know, pros is required for a lot of things in this game. It's kind of unfortunate, but if you want all the cosmetics, I would set up your pros account. Finally, it says here, the Reclamation update is live. The latest update rolled out a few days ago. It brought us new content such as a new PvE operation, 2 cosmetic DLCs, new battlefield conditions and rewards. Some of these are very epic, to be honest. Like, the new battlefield conditions are pretty damn fun for the most part. And also says bots customization and chaos customization. Some people wanted more from the bots customization. I'll probably talk about this again at some point, but for now, just keep in mind this is only cosmetic looks for your bots. It's not like team perks or anything. And it says the new equipment Sanctified Wrath. This thing sucks ass. I need to make a video about this and talk about how bad this thing still is. It is a 25% additive melee buff for 15 seconds. That is trash. It should be multiplicative and it'd just be way, way better. Because, like, you know, it only has 2 uses, so they really should buff that up. It says balancings and technical improvements. Check the patch notes, which we did go over. I'll put a little link to that up here. And this is the update, and then it talks about the new Ultimate Edition for the game, and that's pretty much all there is for this month's community update. I mean, this looks pretty cool. They pretty much only dropped us info on the Techmarine, which is kind of funny. I mean, I assume we'll see stuff like the new operations coming up, because there should be a new operation with the Techmarine class pretty soon. But either way, I'm really excited for this. This is by far my most anticipated update. I think it's a lot of people's most anticipated update. The new armor looks really cool. This is obviously a level 1 armor, so the amount of cosmetics we're getting with this pack will be more than like 99% of the other ones we've gotten so far, for free anyways, because you have to keep in mind, the Techmarine is a free class update, which means all the new armor unlocks, just like the base classes, which I will assume he will have an equivalent amount of, will be free. So that is pretty damn cool. And that's pretty much all I have to say on this one, guys. Let me know what you think of the Omnissiah axe, the new Techmarine class, and all the upcoming information we have on his little servo gun stuff, sentries on the map, and just how you feel about a new class in general. And if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Take it easy. Bye.